Waiting for the dip. Any minute now. Dip's almost here. Oh man, I missed a dip.
What's up everyone, it's your man Henry, and we have a serious talk today about Tesla stock and what the future holds. Tesla raised $5 billion in capital, finally split on Monday, and ended the week 6% down. We're going to cover this week's news before I jump into the technicals and options later in this video, but this is going to be a really important video on Tesla. So when Tuesday trading started, I was up $40,000 for the week. In fact, the week started off great, but then things started to get really choppy. The Fed released its new long-run inflation outlook, and then on Thursday, the Dow fell 808 points or 2.78%, and unfortunately secured its worst daily performance since June 11th, when it fell 6.9%. Tech stocks were hit the hardest. The Nasdaq Composite fell 598 points, which is 4.96%, also breaking a 4-day win streak with its worst daily performance since June 11 again. And June 11th, it fell 5.27%. Friday, the markets were red, especially on the tech stock side, but then they finished 1.25% down, with Tesla ending at $418 per share. So as I reflected on my portfolio, I kind of ended at a negative $35,000 on Friday's close, and mainly because technology stocks sold off, so I lost that huge amount. My portfolio is mainly in Tesla and other growth-oriented technology stocks, so I'm going to be transparent with you guys and tell you exactly what I did with Tesla and why I did it. Not to mention, I'm going to discuss the long-term outlook and what that means for this stock in the coming month, with Battery Day just 2 weeks out, slightly a little bit more than 2 weeks, but we're really close. I may be a little biased because this is my video, but I think you guys will really benefit from understanding how the capital raise will affect Tesla, as well as the long-awaited, and that's really long-awaited, Battery Day. Let's start with the capital raise, which, spoiler alert, is why I decided to buy 25 more shares on the 625 shares I currently own. So on Tuesday, Tesla announced a capital raise of up to $5 billion worth of stock via 10 top banks, including Goldman Sachs. And I'm not going to say, guys, Uncle Henry is going to be humble in this video, but if you know what I want to say or what I would like to say, just comment below. I think this is a really good opportunity for Elon Musk and Tesla to increase its balance sheet. I doubt Elon Musk is trying to time the markets here, but I do believe there is a chance that he is raising capital because he really does think now that there might be something that he wants to invest in, or something very attractive in the near future that he's going to be announcing. On my end, this particularly surprised me in a bullish way because Tesla already has $8.6 billion in cash. This makes me believe Elon is raising cash and capital so he can make some kind of really big announcement, and specifically that's probably going to be happening on Battery Day. He may have something up his sleeve. And that's where we have to talk about point number 2 and why I think Tesla is such an attractive purchase in the 400s. I bought some for $410. I was actually going to set a limit buy at $420 just in case, you know, why not? But I got tied up posting on Patreon, and when I saw it at $410, I decided to pounce like a lion. And yes, guys, you have told me the male lion does not do the hunting, it is the female lion. I guess even alpha males have female energy, so I pounced on Tesla stock like a female lion, going for that gazelle who just started drinking that lukewarm water in that Savannah African safari. However, I have a feeling Tesla may not hit this milestone just yet, but announce something else that really excites investors. And what is it, guys? What can it be? Well, he could announce his Austin, Texas plans or Berlin production plans. He may even hit us with a fully autonomous driving progress report. Either way, I know Elon is going to hit us with something enticing, and I mean enticing and unexpected. So I really think Elon is trying to keep the momentum in this stock strong and high and upwards. And we can probably see that by looking at the options activity. In fact, let's jump in and get a perspective of what the options market is saying about Tesla. I'm going to be a little more detailed than usual since a lot of you guys are not new anymore and you guys are part of the family. And if you're not, like to smash the button for Uncle Henry and subscribe, because if you haven't, you're missing out. All right, let's do it. Holy options moly, we are here to analyze the options. And guys, I was recording this video, I wasn't the most excited, I was a little bit tired, but now I'm switching gears because I'm recording this a little bit later, and I'm super excited because we're going to be looking at the juicy options. We're going to see exactly what these options are telling us. Are option investors bullish? Are they bearish? Or are they neutral? We're going to be analyzing this right now. And I'm going to be looking at the September 25 strike, or I'm sorry, the September 25 date. That's not a strike. A strike is this right here. It is the price that investors think that a stock will go to. So in the case of call options, if you're buying a call, the 400, what that means is we want the stock to go above 400. Investors are betting that it'll go past 400, and they are willing to pay $60 for it. And that means, you guys ready for this? It's magic. And I'm just breaking this down for the new folks. 400 plus 60, we have a break even of a 460. So essentially, investors are betting that this option will be profitable when Tesla goes past $460 per share. All right, that was a quick explanation, but let's keep going. Let's take a look at what these options are saying. Okay, so $400. Let's click this bad boy. Okay, so the first thing I look at, multiple things. Bid and ask. The bid and ask is really, really wide, which is a very bad thing. I'm not sure why it is so wide right now. I've not actually seen Tesla this wide. That is a sense of uncertainty, but that is not a bad thing. That just means investors are uncertain. So there's a whole lot of gap in between this. Plus, it's also due to the high implied volatility. And option traders are somewhat confused because the stock just split on Monday. So there's a whole lot of action here. And basically, speaking about action, looking at the volume, 1,600 options being traded, both bought and sold, with a high of $69. Okay. The open interest is double. So about 50% of the volume was traded on Friday. So it does seem like people are starting to wake up and really betting on something happening for Tesla during Battery Day. So it kind of makes sense. I mean, Friday, and we're kind of we are about 2 weeks, 2 weeks and a few days. So, okay, so that makes sense. Looking at this option, somewhat bullish behavior, but that doesn't really tell me everything just yet. I'm going to let's go all the way to 450. Let's check out the 450. And wow, the 450 has so much premium here. If you're an option seller, which I'm an option seller, and I'm going to be teaching that to you guys as I make more videos, as I post on Patreon, as I create the course. I'm an option seller. I do not buy call options. I rarely ever do that. And that's because call buyers and put buyers, essentially when you buy, you're paying money, and stocks generally tend to move sideways and have upwards action, but in the long term, you will benefit more from selling options and collecting that juicy theta. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. I'm going to have more videos on that in the future and in the course. So just shoot me a comment. Just drop a comment below. You're like, what the heck is theta? And quickly, just to say, theta is the time decay of an option. Options are based on time and volatility, and theta is just the time aspect. And basically, this option is super expensive, despite, let's see. So there's a theta. What this means is when you buy an option, you're literally losing 127 times 100. It's literally losing $127 in value per day, which is kind of cool though if you're an option seller, and which is why I actually am the option seller. I create income every single day, even when the stock does nothing. Isn't that super awesome? Yeah, I'll make a video on creating income through options very soon. So looking at this though, wow, it is kind of, oh my goodness, this is pretty crazy, to be honest, guys. Tesla is just so volatile. Like, it's at 392, as you can see right here, but the strike price is 450. That is so far away. That's over 10%, well over 10%, maybe even close to 12 to 15%. And the delta is still 0.47. Literally, what this means is, what I'm breaking down is basically Tesla is a 50-50 chance of going to 450. That's just how volatile that stock is. This stock is so volatile. A 10% to 15% move is literally nothing for it when it comes to Battery Day. That is literally how much volatility there is in the stock, because people literally don't know what's going to happen. And this actually tells me so much more information than the 400 because look at that volume, guys. Whoa. And I've been talking for a little bit. If you've seen this volume, you've noticed everyone has literally just opened up a position on Friday. That means people are not sleeping on the stock as much. And, obviously they were not sleeping on it before. Tesla is a hot stock. But specifically, there is a load of volume. I'm trying to be family friendly. I'm not going to say any bad words, but there's a load of volume right now. So I'm bullish. I've been bullish, obviously, but that is very interesting. Now, and the bid-ask spread is way tighter. So actually, what I was looking at before, was I looking at the 400? That's an awful option to trade because the bid-ask was super wide. It's super close to the money, making it more expensive. Now, unless you're an option seller, that's a good thing. But seriously, there's plenty of premium here if you're selling options. I don't know about buying this. Your break-even price would be $490. So to double your money, just to put that in perspective, you would need Tesla to go to $530. Could that happen? Probably. I mean, that could happen. That could absolutely happen. But is that likely? I mean, you see how that's more of a gamble rather than if you own the stock and you literally just sell, let's say you sell the 450. What that means is you literally collect $4,000 into your pocket right now. You literally made $4,000. And then, from that point on, it's all kind of gravy unless it reaches 490. If it goes past 490, oh, well, you didn't really lose money, guys. You did not lose money. You just lost the opportunity to earn more money. But you didn't lose money. You just lose the stock. You have to give it up. But you give it up for $450. I mean, come on now. You go from $392 to $450. You sell it at $450 and you collect $4,000. Do you see why I like options? Hopefully that made sense. That's why I'm creating an options trading course. I know I said that, but I'm just so excited because there's just so much opportunity in options, literally. And I'm going to look at the 500 right now and still a load of premium. I was going to say volume. Load of premium. Why am I getting confused? Wow. So there's even more volume, but it's not as high as open interest this time. So still a lot of people opening up positions. And holy moly, they're just so statistically speaking, you guys probably even might have this position open or about to open this position because this position is so popular. It might be hedge funds though, because Tesla is such a big stock. It is such a big in terms of market cap. So there is probably definitely, I keep saying probably definitely, there is definitely a lot of hedge funds on this. Absolutely. This volume is probably some of you guys or some, people that are mom and pop, retail investors. But specifically, this is definitely hedge funds. And that's a good thing. That means hedge funds are bullish. They're really bullish. Now, 35% chance of this happening. Wow. That's literally 5 divided by 4 is literally 125%. So about 25% upside. Obviously, that's 392. So this is even more than 25% upside. So basically, 30% upside is what some investors expect. So a quick 30%. Sign me up, but life isn't that easy. I'm not saying do this by no means because obviously if the stock stands still, if it literally just stands still at 392 or goes to 499, if it goes to 499, guess what? If you bought the option, you are SOL. And yes, you have lost your money, even though you've gotten so close to 500. That is why I'm going to be teaching options because it's really hard. If you're not there, if you are wrong about the time, about how volatile the stock actually is. If it doesn't reach the exact price that you're hoping for, you can literally lose this entire premium. That's 100% loss. That's why I do not recommend trading options for 99.9% of people until you really learn, and that's going to be my job. So the 500 looks good. It looks good. Not saying buy it, but it looks good. It looks like that's giving me information on the stock. Basically, why I'm looking at the options is giving me information on the stock. Now, if you're advanced with options like I am and been doing it for a long time, go ahead, do your positions. If you have high risk tolerance, do it. But for most people watching this, I'm just trying to educate you and kind of give away my information and educate everyone. But it's not time to just start trading options like a maniac because so many people lose a ton of money. And I'm just being transparent here. Don't do it. Paper trade first. I tell everyone on my coaching calls who decides to book a call with me, definitely paper trade first, learn more, and take it easy because options are not easy. I have a degree in this and it took me literally forever to get it right. Let's look at the 550.
Okay, so 550, it's cooling off. You see that, guys? It really is cooling off. People are not expecting such a huge move. I mean, yes, there's a lot of volume, but these are really the outliers. These are like the insane bulls, really insane bulls that are just betting on this, and the bid ask is wide. So nope, not a fan of this 550. So in my guess, and this is obviously the most important thing. A lot of you guys watch and like, what does Henry think? Well, I think again we can start going past the levels of 450. Obviously we have a really big pullback, and it's fine. Stocks pull back. Warren Buffett says if you're not ready for a 50% pullback, then you're not supposed to be investing in stocks, so you don't have the risk tolerance for it. But yeah, I think 450 is pretty reasonable. I mean, seriously, it is 50% reasonable. It says 47%, but obviously, as soon as markets open on, I want to say Monday, but Monday's Labor Day, on Tuesday, it could definitely be past 50 delta, which means that it's more than half likely. Anyways, what the options are telling me is there's a lot of bullish activity, and I am pretty bullish on the stock, especially on the September 25th expiration date.
So we looked at September 25th options, and I hope that was insightful for you guys. I'm creating an options course, and that only scratched the surface of what I'm going to be teaching. Nobody is going to match your knowledge after I get that baby out, and there is a free sign-up link in my description. Either way, I hope you guys see that I lost money, and I mean lost money on Tesla, but not exactly. I've had it for about 9 months now, and I'm going to own it for many years to come. So losing money on paper isn't a big deal, because long term, I expect the stock to go to $800 per share in the next few years. I'll be watching the stock closely though, in case something changes my opinion, but I think that most people on Wall Street, included many analysts, are really sleeping on this stock. Now they have started to buy it up, and yes, the PE ratio is high, but I know if they deliver the results Elon is planning for, the stock PE is pretty justified and will become cheap eventually as Tesla continues to hit its sales numbers, exceed expectations, and really become a very big, monstrous, profitable, blue chip, S&P included company. So you guys shouldn't panic. Do I look like I'm panicking? No, I don't care. And I also think long term, and you guys should as well. Even if the stock sees a little pullback, what is the big deal, guys? We are long-term investors. We are looking for that innovation and growth long term. And of course we need short-term money. We do have to pay our bills, but when it comes to Tesla, you really should be investing for not just 6 months or a year. You should really be investing for years to come, because this is the type of company that can make you stupid rich, but it takes time, and it'll take many quarters for Tesla to realize those massive profits, increase the deliveries, have that autonomous driving package, robo-taxis, all kinds of good stuff, solar power and insurance. We just have so many good things. If you guys want more videos on anything specific, just let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys, and I love you. If you have made it this far, thank you so much. If you work hard and you have a goal in mind, make sure that you write it down. A goal that you write down with a date becomes a plan, and that's why I have a whiteboard. I am so excited because I have the best job in the world, being on YouTube, teaching and educating you guys on how to become better investors, make more money, and I'm so excited for the Future Options course. So thank you for getting this far. Your life should be pretty good, because you only have to do one thing for Uncle Henry in return, and that's be aggressive in learning, but be safe in investing. Give me that amazing fist bump, and I'll see you very soon.
No one ever sees me.